Gianni Infantino was ready to sell the soul and the very essence of football for profit. The proposal of a FIFA forward enterprise, which entails selling a 20% walk-up stake to private investors, would have been very damaging for football. On paper, it may appear a 20% sale proposal, but in reality, this implies handing out a total control of the game to private ownership. And this was a proposal shrouded in treachery and secrecy. It's no surprise to me that the investors proposing this deal are from the US, a country where the World Cup was held for the second time in history and thus have found the global followership of the game and the profitability and exciting prospects. The unanimous rejection of this proposal by UEFA, the Asian Football Confederation, and CONCACAF is highly commendable, and these people trying to take total control of the game would understand why football, or soccer as they call it, is a global sport, widely followed, unique, and incomparable to the three American sports in basketball, baseball, and the NFL. Their capitalistic business model, lacking connection with the fans or any sort of human connection, was never going to work in football. Selling football development across the world as a benefit of this proposal is a lie, a very huge facade. Because if you want to talk about football development in the US at grassroots level, the US operates a pay to play model for young players, for young aspiring footballers. A system that have drawn criticism from ex footballers like Zlatan Ibrahimovic and ex American international Landon Donovan. The criticism is drawn from the fact that talented kids who aren't from rich homes stand a risk of losing out of the opportunity of turning professional football because they can't afford youth football development programs. If these corporate organizations are so interested in developing football as they claim, it should begin in American grassroots soccer. More investment should be made in America's grassroots soccer and American youth soccer development so that talented kids who can't afford it can access football education. Gianni Infantino's position as FIFA's president is highly untenable. Kudos to every member football association that have withdrawn their support for Gianni Infantino, courtesy the vote of no confidence. The use of force and coercion into accepting a proposal in a democratic setting and the secrecy with which the process was carried out in terms of its implementation and its willingness to give up the autonomy and the administration of football for profits reveals how low Gianni Infantino is willing to go in terms of throwing morality out of the window and betraying the values of the game. It tells how low Gianni Infantino is willing to descend. This event should mark the end of Gianni Infantino as FIFA's president.